welcome back to Naledi's World. I am Naledi. Thank you so much for tuning in. So it's been a really long time since I've like sat down like this and just talk or just give like an update or something. I don't know. But I just filmed a video, and after stopping it, I was like, let me just talk to you guys. Yeah, so I think this will be like a life update type vibe. Um, I'm done. I'm done. As you saw with my last vlog, I'm done with MBCHBV. I am now officially in my final year of medicine, which is very, very exciting. It's been such a long time coming, and just having everything happen right now, it feels unreal, but also I'm just in the moment, and I want to enjoy it and learn as much as I can, for the last time and whatever. It's just, yeah. It's time. Like every time I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so anxious or I'm so nervous or whatever, I just say to myself, bro, like it's time. Like we've been working towards this for such a long time, and now the end is here, and we have to go through whatever happens when the end is near, and it's final year. How the program works here is that when you're in fifth year, the last 3 months of can you explain that? Okay, so how the program here works is that your last year begins in the second half of your fifth year. That's when your final year begins, right? So final year is a year and a half long. But during those first 3 months, then you redo the ideal rotation. But I'm not doing the ideal rotation because sis decided that she wants to go to rural school, and it's quite a big deal for me personally. So rural school is basically going to different hospitals, I can say different campuses that Stellenbosch has, working with other smaller hospitals and the doctors there, and doing your final year there. So I applied to go to Worcester. Like literally that was my only option. I was like, if I'm not going to Worcester, then I'm staying here in Tygerberg, and God made that happen. I'm going to be going to Worcester next year, and it's going to be a great experience. Like I already know. I went there in third year when I was doing gynecology, and I remember I was so impressed just by the hospital itself, how it was run, and seeing how the final year students that were there were just part of the team, how confident they were. The campus itself, it's a lot like Tygerberg, obviously just smaller, and the rooms are beautiful. And there's no sharing. We only share the kitchen with like 2 other people, which is great. So all of that combined together, I was like, you know what, I think I could really do this. Of course it poses a lot of challenge, a big challenge, because now I'll be moving from Tygerberg, leaving all of my friends, like the environment that I've created for myself. I'll be totally removed from that and going to a different place with people that I don't know. So it's going to be a challenge, but I am really, really excited for it. I'm taking it as like a mini internship, because also in internship you'll be placed somewhere where most people are placed in places where they don't know anyone. You're starting from fresh, new colleagues, new everything. So I'm just getting like a pre-tester, I guess, for it. So I'm very excited for that. I'm very, very excited. I'm trying to create as many memories with my friends right now as I can, spending as much time with them as I can, because next year like it's gonna be totally, totally different. So that's basically it. I think the big one of the big other the other big change in my life now is that I'm single now. And how I feel about that, I think right now I'm in a better space than I was maybe like a month ago. How long has it been? Yeah, I'm not even sure, but um I'm in a way better space than I was like in the beginning, like immediately after the breakup. And I feel like now I'm going on like a eat pray love journey. I say that to everyone, because that's really how I feel. I'm getting to know myself again. There's so much about myself that has changed, so much about Naledi that I feel like has changed, and I'm getting to know her in this being grown and being like a senior student, and just there's just a lot of changes that I am getting accustomed to. And being alone is also something that I'm still getting accustomed to, because I was with someone for such a long time, and my whole life was intertwined with his. And I feel like a lot of who I am started being intertwined with him, yeah. And now that we've kind of separated, I have to re-identify myself in certain spheres of my life. I have to find my identity in those spheres, and it's been a roller coaster. Like sometimes I feel very overwhelmed with, because I just have everything. I have to deal with everything on my own. Like, yes, I have people, but it's very different having a boyfriend, especially like someone who, like, it was serious and solid. So it's been a challenge, but you know what, I'm rising above, and I'm living, and I'm not just surviving, like I'm living my life, and I'm still doing all the things that I want to. There are a lot of stuff that I feel like I can't do or experience, just because I am unable to, like, I do not have like the resources to, whereas it was so much easier when I was with Napo. But now things have changed, and I've that's something I've had to get accustomed to. And I obviously still miss him a lot, but I wish him well in everything that he does. I know that he's going to be like great at whatever he does, whatever he decides to. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's one big thing. And yeah, man, I'm just focusing now on my academics. It's like it's always been serious. Like my schoolwork is, I've always taken it seriously, but now this year, or like since I started, it's like I don't have an option, because every time I take advantage of the fact that I'm gonna do internal again next year, like as my in as a rotation again for the next middle rotations, you know what I mean. Or I'll learn it later on, but now, like, it's the time. Like now it's do or die. If I don't know it now, then I'm fucked, and the one thing I want is to be a competent doctor. Like, I want to be sure of whatever I'm doing. I know, like, I will never be perfect at everything, and that's really, really fine. I just want to be competent. Like, if someone comes here and they are going through the most, I want to be able to at least get them stable, and get my basics right. So yeah, that's basically what I'm focusing on keeping myself healthy, my body healthy, my mind, like the cognitive behavioral therapy sessions I've been having. If you have not watched them, please do check them out. They've been really helpful for me. I've been applying a lot of those things in my life, and I really see, the changes, and how it's been helping me. My financial well-being, I am taking charge of it. I write budgets. I sit down and actually plan how I'm going to spend my money, or I just sit down and look at how I have been spending my money. And most times I would really bash myself and make myself feel bad for why didn't you stick to the budget, or things like that. But and this is something that I remember Z mentioning, Hore. You can't just throw yourself in the deep end, and expect like huge changes overnight. It's important to just work hanyane hanyane, and the little changes are going to add up to like a huge significant change in the end. So right now I'm just working on making sure that I know how I'm spending my money, and being aware of how I'm spending it or how I'm saving it. It's like, this is something that I don't think I've even acknowledged myself. I've had a savings account like linked to my actual bank account, but I would always use it as, I'm just putting money here so that further down in the month, like, I'll just take from it. But now, like, I've actually been saving money, and I feel like that is a big achievement for me, because I never really did that. Um yeah, so that's basically it, guys. I just wanted to catch up, say I'm still here, I'm still alive. Le YouTube Leona has been such a source of stress. Honestly, it's been really stressful, because I always think about all of these ideas that I want to do, videos that I want to put out, and then the execution is not always how I envisioned, and that can be very demotivating. But I've started this thing, for a reason, and I want to see it through, and I don't want to put myself under a huge amount of pressure. As I remember, even when I started this thing, I always would remind myself that this is a marathon. Like, I'm taking it as a marathon, it is really not a sprint. So I'm taking my time with it. I think it's going to be a part of my life for a very long time, and I will get to do those whatever things that I feel like I want to do. When I started this channel, I wanted to get monetized like ASAP, just as anyone would, because why would you want to do something if it's not bringing you money, if it has the potential to bring you money? But right now I feel like this is going to demand too much from me, and I just really, really, I can't give as much as I want, because I just have other stuff going on. The past few weeks I haven't been able to film because I was just not feeling great. Like, I was just not in a good space. Yeah, the breakup really rocked my world. As much as I was the person who kind of put everything, set the whole thing in motion, it did not make it any easier, because like, he was a huge part of my life. And yeah, but we're getting through it. I have my friends, I have my family, and um we're getting through it. So yeah, guys, I hope you're all doing well, growing, developing in whatever you wanted to do. Yeah, thank you for catching up, and I hope you're taking care of yourself and you're putting yourself first. That's one thing I have had to. It was so uncomfortable. I think because me putting myself first meant hurting someone else, someone that I really love, and it I felt so bad. I felt so bad, but I hope that you guys are putting yourselves first, because um you need to prioritize yourself, prioritize your feelings, prioritize your growth, prioritize your health. Just prioritize yourself, because yes, re rata ho beha batho ba bang pele and make sure they're sorted, but not at the expense of you and your well-being or your peace of mind. you know um so I really hope you guys are taking care of yourselves, breathing well. I got this app. What's the name of the app? I think it's Fabulous, and it's really been helping me just develop some habits in my life, things that I want to change, things that I want to incorporate in my routine, in my daily routine. It's been really, really helpful. So yeah, I'm just blabbering right now. I want to finish my book, Think Like a Monk. Haisale ke qala neng last year, and then I stopped simply because it's such a like it's a book that I feel like I need to put into action as I'm reading it. Like I can't read and then move on to the next. Like it needs to be something that just like the Bible. Like I can't just read the Bible and then I want to put it into practice. I want to you know live it. So that book Leona Ijalo, and that is why I kind of stopped after reading the first part. And I think I'm just going to start over and just go from the beginning, because now I'm on my eat pray love journey or whatever. Yeah, but anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Breakups are not nice, guys. They're really not, because you just become so attached to a person, how you living together, and I miss the weirdest things. It's so funny, like, but with me, I will always take the lessons and the memories, like the beautiful memories, because I have a lot of beautiful memories. And I'm just going to like keep that and move, because that's all we can do, just move.